Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Ought to be a good one here between the long ball beasts and the expansion era boomers. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Mike Scott is the man towing the rubber for the Boomers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
So stepping in, Tony Gwynn. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Bees, the right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
The 1-0. Line drive to left. Henderson is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down. And now here's a look at Tony La Russa's lineup for the visiting long ball beasts. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters, the guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Ripken is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Batting third.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
In now, Andrew Jones. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Scott looks in, coming at him with the 0-1. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two out, nobody on. Three and 2 now. Edgar Martinez would be next. Another full count offering on its way. He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Cliff Lee takes the mound for the Beasts today. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
In now, Ricky Henderson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The leadoff hitter this afternoon, the left fielder, number 24.
First pitch on its way from Lee. A ball and no strikes. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
The count now at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall in left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
Into the box, Ryan Sandberg, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Henderson stands at second with no outs. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Lee has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
And a good throw gets him one gone. Moment now to have a look at Tommy Lasorda's lineup for the expansion era Boomers. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in, he'll breeze through 7 strong.
Striding into the box, Andre Dawson. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around them and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
3-0 pitch. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and 1 away.
Almost looked semi-intentional there. The bad news is that there are 2 men on base. The good news is that an inning double play is now in order.
Digging in, Dale Murphy, and their runners at the corners now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Glenn facing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The relay on to third, but he's in safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
The third baseman.
Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Standing in now, Mike Schmidt. This is line to left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Now at the plate, Eddie Murray, runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch on its way. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
1-1 to the potent switch hitting bat of Eddie Murray. Two out here and a runner at second. Count is 1-2 now. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Murphy rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score as they push their lead to 3 now.
Batting seven, the shortstop, Allen.
So it's a runner at first with two gone. And up next, the Hall of Fame shortstop, Alan Trammell. Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Here comes the first pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sliced hard on the ground. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Second inning upcoming here at Grand Ole Crosley Field. It's a lead for the expansion era, 3-0. Into the box now, Edgar Martinez. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And And now pitch on the way. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Lays off the split finger that time. 3-1.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
So coming to the plate, Roberto Alomar. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Martinez aboard here at first with nobody out.
Great job of running that fastball in on his hands right there with 2 strikes. Even though the batter's able to foul that one off, he's set up for almost anything in this pitcher's arsenal.
The next 0-2. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Popped up. Scott has a play, and that's the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And surprisingly today, the best arm resides out in center field. This guy's known for his range. We get it. He can go gap to gap. He's got an accurate arm. But I'll tell you what, you won't see many guys trying to take the extra base on him. He has got an absolute cannon out there.
Settling in now, Joe Carter. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. Grounded, foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. The 0-2 once more. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2 misses. That's ball one.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Stepping in now, Omar Vizquel, as he'll take a look at ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-0 is outside for a ball.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Scott comes set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A strike, and it's 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a bouncing ball for Ryne Sandberg at second base. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Boomers lead it 3-0. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Mike Scott. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Off-speed pitch, just missed inside. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. And he popped him up. Alomar into shallow center. He's there and records the first out.
Okay, here's a defense for the away team. And manning the hot corner today is a guy with one of the quickest reactions in the game. That's it at third base. A step and a dive, a little bit of range, but you better be reacting, and you better be able to have some serious hands and a strong arm to get it over to first. And he checks all the boxes.
Coming to the plate now, Ricky Henderson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Swung on and missed, 1-1.
1-1.
One out, nobody on. Cutter misses, and it's 3-1. Check that 2-1.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless. Into the box now, Ryne Sandberg.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two and one, the count to Sandberg. Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the second strike. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Now the payoff pitch home. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He'll try it again. 3-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Carter has it in his tracks. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Boomers are on top, 3-0. So striding in, Jorge Posada will swing it from the left side right here.
The catcher, Jorge Posada.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 8-9-1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now.
Come on, that was a strike.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Here's strike two as it catches the outside corner. The 2-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the box, Cliff Lee. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Trammell grabs it cleanly. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
In now, Tony Gwynn, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike one. A ball and 2 strikes. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Now batting, Cal Ripken. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Scott comes set. Here's the first pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Lee stands at second with 2 gone. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
Hey, I thought he was going to work around him right here in this situation. But after getting 2 swinging strikes, there's a change of game plan. I guarantee he's going right after him.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And that ends the inning. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Boomers are out in front here, 3-0. Now at the plate, Andre Dawson, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The center fielder, Andre Dawson.
Here it comes. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Oh,
2-0.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
And that's in there, 2-1.
1 strike.
The 2-1 home. Hits this one hard the other way. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 3, Dale Murphy.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Dale Murphy. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. First pitch on its way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air to right field. Gwynn on the move, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Standing in now, Mike Schmidt, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
Stepping in now, Eddie Murray, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Hit hard on the ground towards second, taken by Alomar. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Andrew Jones. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Andrew Jones.
And the pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. One 0 pitch is a splitter in there. 1-1. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
And that'll bring in DH extraordinaire Edgar Martinez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1. The 1-2 Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Roberto Alomar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Scott's ready. First pitch on its way.
Nope.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one. The 1-1. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Now batting, left fielder, Joe Carter.
Digging in, Joe Carter. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the two-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
The 1-0. Fouled off. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Lays off 2-2 now. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Always give it all that you got, even if they think that you're gonna fly. Against our lives, the world is yours, don't think that it's not. You may be different, still give it a shot. Against our lives, you think the signs are even, really they not. Underdogs made their way to the top.
At the plate, Alan Trammell. He reached on a single in his first try.
The shortstop, Alan Trammell.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The 2-2 is a fastball that misses.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And it's fouled away. Another payoff pitch. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Digging in,
8,
Gary Carter.
Gary Carter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
Inside with the fastball. It's 1-0. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Line toward the alley in left center, and he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove.
As we take a look at the pitch count, you can see that it's not that high, but you have to wonder maybe if the heat is taking it out on this guy a little bit. The weather can be the great equalizer, especially when the temps are starting to rise like this.
So here now is the pitcher, Mike Scott. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
He doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach right here. That sac bunt is definitely staying on.
And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now batting, number 24.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ricky Henderson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB. Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Ready with the 0-1. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Lee looks in as he readies pitch number 73 here in the ball game. The 1-1 home. 1-2 now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. On its way is pitch number 75. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Leading off the inning, Omar Vizquel, and they'll need him to get something going here.
The third baseman, number 13, Omar Vizquel.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. The 1-0 home is taken, strike one. 2 balls and a strike.
Come on, Blue, open your eyes.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
3-2 now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Another full count pitch on its way. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. A look at our line score here through the first 4. And as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Stepping into the box, Jorge Posada 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And 1, here it comes. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now. And I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Cliff Lee. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Scott looks in. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Two out, nobody on. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. Ball 2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And yet another strikeout here, his 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Now at the plate, Ryan Sandberg. He flew out in his last at bat.
Denver.
First pitch on its way from Lee. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. Lee ready with the 0-1. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. One is a cutter that misses 2-1. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, 1 away.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Ready for another shot now, Andre Dawson. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. One out, nobody on. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And it's 3-1 to the Hall of Famer Andre Dawson. The 3-1 pitch. And that's low, ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Now at the plate, Dale Murphy. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. And there's a fastball from Lee to start him out. It's 0-1. Dawson leads off first with 1 away. And he'll snap one over to first. And he's back in standing. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Pitch outside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
The 1-1 from Lee. Base hit, line drive into the corner, and now it'll rattle up against the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound, and we've seen the end this afternoon of Cliff Lee. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. A.J. Burnett enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Mike Schmidt will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners on first with one down. Now a throw over by Burnett, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Up top, it's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Here's the 3-1. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. Runner at first here, one man out. Now a throw over. Runner's back. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The first baseman, number 33, Eddie.
Standing in, Eddie Murray. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Burnett checks. Now the pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. Here's a drive out toward the gap in left center. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And a relay to the plate. And it's not in time. He's safe, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
The batter, number 3.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. So that brings up the Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. 0-1 the count. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. A line shot to third base, and it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settle with just the 1 out.
The catcher, number 8, Gary Carter.
Into the box now, Gary Carter. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Knuckle curve down below the knees. 1-0. The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. 3 runs already home here. He stays alive, still 2-2. Here it is. Fouled away. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 man left on base. 5 innings complete. The Boomers lead it 6-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Tony Gwynn. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch, and he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Digging in to try it again, Cal Ripken, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
3-0 now.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
3-0 count. Here it comes. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
The center fielder, number 25.
Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Jones. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. Here's the first pitch to him. In there for strike 1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Into the box, Edgar Martinez, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He went down on strikes last time up. The 1-0 delivery. Ball 2.
Come on, that's a strike.
2 balls and a strike to Edgar Martinez.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. In D-Roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now in this game.
Yeah, Dan, you were a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here until the manager gets him.
3-2, full count. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Now in the box, Mike Scott getting the hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Carter has it in his tracks, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 24.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ricky Henderson. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Lays off 1-0. Heading out toward shallow right. Gwynn has it in his sights. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, second baseman, Ryan Sandberg.
Ready now, Ryan Sandberg. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. And that misses ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 1-2 pitch. Fastball well outside.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there, because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball.
You don't see too many guys at this level be late on off-speed pitches right there. That tells me he was totally sitting on something else or was going automatic take.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Carter is over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. The Boomers are on top, 6-0. Back here at Crosley Field in Cincinnati. We're off to the 7th inning now, but first let's have a look at our game summary to see how we got here. Now to the plate, Roberto Alomar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Hit to short. Played on the backhand. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The left fielder, number 29, Joe Carter.
Ready for another chance. Joe Carter. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. One and one, the count to Joe Carter.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Another full count offering on its way. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
In now, Omar Vizquel. As he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired.
For the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
At the plate, Andre Dawson. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Andre Dawson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here it comes, 2-0. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. Fouled off. Ripped down the line, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. The 2-2 is a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. Now the 3-2 pitch. He spoils another one, and will do it again. The 3-2 one more time. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3-2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Into the box now, Dale Murphy. Ripped down the first base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. Throw on to first for the out, and Burnett's looking at a 1-2-3 inning here.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Ready once again, Mike Schmidt. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And he watches this one in there for a high strike. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Eddie Murray would be next. 2 out, nobody on. It's fouled away. The next 3-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. The next 3-2. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So nothing happening this time around. 8th inning coming up. It's a lead for the expansion era, 6-0. Coming to the plate now, Jorge Posada. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Fouled away. Looking to send him packing again. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Frank Thomas is going to grab a bat and pinch hit. So as we surmise, that'll be it for A.J. Burnett. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. One out, nobody on. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Hit hard to the right, but foul. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. One gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. Standing in, Tony Gwynn. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Here's the first pitch to him. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Can't ask for much more than this. 8 shutout innings thus far. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Boomers lead it 6-0. Eric Gagne comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Digging in once again, Eddie Murray, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Eddie Murray.
First pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Alan Trammell, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. Alan Trammell leaves the yard with a solo shot as this lead swells to 7-0.
Well, based on the past performances of both teams, we thought it might end like this. This was a mismatch on paper before the game, and now it's a mismatch on the field during the game.
Number 80, Gary.
Stepping in now, Gary Carter, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home, and he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two and 1.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Now the 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Ripken has it. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a three-ring circus.
Joe Morgan will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Now coming into pinch hit, Joe Morgan.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Go for the seats, Morgan.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up to go down and away.
Pulled toward right center field. And Jones will handle this one for route number 2.
Now batting, number 24.
Stepping up now, Ricky Henderson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
0-1 pitch on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In now, Ryan Sandberg, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Carter over at second. Henderson on at first with 2 down. And there's ball 2 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Now the 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Ninth inning straight ahead. It's now 7-0. Phil Niekro comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Striding in once again, Cal Ripken starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Murphy's on his horse. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Man, was this guy electric in this one. Talk about having that swing and miss stuff. 17 punch outs in this one. He had it going on right from the first inning.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now a swing by Andrew and a ball hit on the ground to short. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Edgar Martinez.
So digging in now, Edgar Martinez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes a called strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And now a crowd reported at over 28,000 rise to their feet. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. And oh, he can't rein it in. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Popped up. Murray has room in foul territory. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
A 7-0 shutout final today. The expansion era hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Mike Scott takes home the win. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.